Okay, folks, Brad and I are going to show you 10 ways to relieve your spinal stenosis pain.
And I have it, so I know.
Yeah.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
All right, Brad, 1, 2, and 3 are involving your hip flexors.
Sure.
They're really important when it comes to spinal stenosis because what they do is if they're tight, they'll pull on your pelvis and make your back arch. And if you have spinal stenosis, you don't like an arch back.
Right. Anything that makes this happen or this happen is irritating.
It's worse, right? So, Brad, you want to show 1,
Sure.
2, or 3?
You know, Bob, I didn't think about this, but, the second most useful thing for stairs is stretching.
Yes.
Absolutely.
This works out perfect for.
Yeah.
And I've had even elderly people do this.
And if you have two handrails, it makes it very safe and controllable. So it depends how tall you are, but you may go to the second step or maybe even the third step. But what we're going to do, make sure you have some shoes on if you have smooth steps so it's safe and you grip, is you're going to lean forward.
And he is stretching the left side, not the right side.
Oh, I'll do it this way.
Yeah.
So we're stretching the hip flexor, which is deep, right in where the pocket is. And they actually connect up to the spine, the lumbar spine, and the hip.
And the pelvis, yeah.
Yep. So we're stretching right here. You get a little range of motion on the other leg too, so it's a win-win situation.
So he's going to start by going forward and back.
Yep. Ooh, it feels good too, Bob.
And then number 2, he's actually going to go side to side.
Oh, so I actually move this so they can see it.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Good point, Brad. Okay, number 2, Brad, you're actually going to stretch the hip flexor side to side in the same position.
Right. So I'm going to hold on and go
Back
over
and forth,
here
Yep.
and over here.
Going to get different fibers.
Yeah, I'm going to go up to this step because it feels a little better.
Sure.
Better stretch, no pain, feels good.
You want to jump to number 3 already, Brad?
Sure. Well, obviously we'll do that with both legs.
Right.
Okay, number
Even
3.
out. The rotation. So you can rotate one way.
So it makes circles with the hips.
Circles, right.
Yeah, this is kind of like interesting, Bob. This is a family show, but this is very technical. It does.
Right, it does help.
It definitely stretches
Really
the
gets
hip
that-
and those hip muscles in a different manner.
All right, we'll stop that now and we'll move on to number 4. All right, number 4. I want you to get out of bed correctly, Brad. So we're not going to go like this, which puts a lot of stress on the back, and then twist like this.
Right.
We're going to instead bring your legs up, roll over to the side as one unit, and I'm going to tighten my abs while I do this. So I can actually try to poke my fingers in my abs and I can feel that they've tightened up and support my back. So then I lower my legs off the edge of the bed, keeping my abs tight the entire time.
Right.
And really is a comfortable way of getting out of bed. I've had a lot of people who just the tightening the abs really make a difference.
Right. So it's just like putting the back belt on it.
Right.
It supports that whole lumbar spine.
Well, speaking of back belts, Brad, I would recommend using one if you have a lot of pain when you're walking.
Right. Or if you're just doing an activity that you know your back is going to be bothered, then this is what I do. I have a back belt if I'm going to do some yard work. But walking, if it bothers you walking, you get a nice, I like these stretchy, nice elastic ones with Velcro. You can put it on there. And then there's secondary straps right here, and they're also Velcro and elasticy, and you can tighten up
Elasticy?
twice as, elastic. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I looked that up last night. And then if you want it looser because you're going to not be so active, but you want to keep the back belt on, they work wonderful.
Right.
Feels very comfortable. I'm a happy person.
If you can only walk like 20 feet without a belt, but you can go half a block with a belt, it makes sense to use a belt.
Exactly.
All right, number 6. Brad, you like this one, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. So, for example, if I'm standing for any length of time, more than a few minutes, doing a task, doing dishes or whatever, with the dishes, you can open up your cupboard door and
Just stick your foot in.
Yeah. You put one foot up a little higher. This is about 6 or 8 inches, and it just changes the position of your back, puts a
Right.
little bit of flexion on the pelvis and relieves it, and you'll go right to left every couple minutes as your body tells you. Having 2 levels like this can be nice because it actually gives you another option, and it changes the stress on the back, and you can go here to here. You know, if you got a work desk, that might be a really good option as you're working
Right.
to do that. And, you know, you can back it up and do a little stretch like we just did on the steps. It's a
There we
wonderful
go.
scenario.
Thanks, Brad. So when you have a spinal stenosis, Brad, you always have shopping cart syndrome, where it feels better when you lean on a shopping cart and walk.
Right.
So if you can't walk very far without a walker, you should get one just for walking.
Right.
I mean,
So the leaning doesn't make that much difference. It's the fact that you're opening
Right.
the stenosis area, and just a little bit like
you're
this can
opening up the canal.
Yep. It is kind of one of those things that you have to be careful so you don't lean too far because,
Right.
you know, that's a postural thing too. So
You want to stay up as far as you can.
Yep.
But
and just grabbing a hold of that can allow muscles to relax
Right.
and give you some security too. It depends on your level of stenosis. Oh, there we are.
all right, number 8 is actually a positional treatment, Brad. You like this one. You're a
Right.
big fan.
Particularly if I've irritated my back and I need to give it some quick relief. And it sustains and it lasts for quite a long time, actually.
We're using a leg wedge here, but
this
you
thing.
could actually put your legs on an ottoman or a Dutch chair.
Yeah, you'd be lying on the
Yeah,
floor then,
right,
of course.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, where's the ice pack, Brad?
Well, Bob. Yeah, we're going to use. We got a cold pack that's
Two
gel.
choices.
Has to be soft.
Right. We got ice pack, which you like, right?
Yep.
All right, versus a far infrared heat pad.
Yep.
Now these are pricey, but they penetrate
3.36 inches.
Right.
You know, if you have a regular electric hot pack, you can use that as well. It will not penetrate near that deep, but they still feel good.
Feels a lot better in winter than it does in the summer, Brad, right?
Yeah, yeah. So that's really a personal thing, whether you use the hot pack or the cold pack. And I actually will use both, depending on the time of year and how things are going.
Yeah, you'll often fall asleep like this.
Oh, yeah.
And then kick out of the way.
Yeah, I've taken
in
this
the
to
middle
bed
of the
with me and lie like that, fall asleep, and after a couple hours, I
night.
want
Your
it out of
wife
the way.
is thrilled.
And my back feels good. Yeah, well, she's always thrilled, Bob. It's
yeah.
a wonderful
Well,
scenario.
great marriage,
Yeah.
huh? Okay, sorry. Number 9, Brad, is actually the way you perform a squat.
Right.
You know, a lot of people make the mistake of putting the legs too close together.
Yeah, and we're not talking about necessarily squats in the weight room, but just a squat to lift something up.
Right.
Oftentimes, people will do this, and you get wobbly, and it puts more stress on the back.
Right.
Get your feet out wide, and then keep that posture and go down with your squat. You may want to put a hand on something because you don't want to be lifting something heavy anyways.
You know, Brad, even when you're doing dishes or something at the counter, put your legs out wide. You know, it'll give you a little better base support for the
Absolutely.
back.
And I've got to tell you, Bob, I don't know if we got time for this, but when my stenosis was bad before I did my stretching, walking would bother my back. And if I would squat right there on the road, oh, it would feel good.
Give you some
And
relief.
stretch that back, and then I could walk further with less
Good
pain.
tip, Brad. All right, the final one, Brad, number 10, is actually the sleeping position. We're gonna, when you sleep on your back, I want to have a couple pillows on your knees.
Don't worry about that stuff, Bob.
A little flexion of the back, right? And if you're on your side, I want you to go ahead and put a pillow between your legs because this will stop the back from rotating. It'll keep it nice straight while you're lying in bed.
It just feels good on the knees, too. It's just
I agree.
a very pleasurable.
I've done this for
Position.
years, even though I don't have the trouble.
Right. You probably did it when you were a kid, too, and didn't know it.
I mean, all right, that was 10, Brad. I think one of those will help you at least. But really, 1, 2, and 3, those stretches are really good in the long run.
Right, and they're nice to do, especially in a stairway. But again, I'm sure they're going to find two or three of these are going to be relieving for these people.
And you're going to say thank you, Bob.
They will be
and Brad.
grateful. Oh no, that's
You're with
no,
the-
it's all on you today, Bob.
All right.
I'm just on the side by.
Peace to all of you.